Ontario Airsoft operators. Today we have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Caleb.
Hello, my name is Caleb.
He's the class clown on the Facebook group. We've come kind of at the same time trying to find each other to do this video, so you can get to know him a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm Can Do of Nomad. Been playing for 5-6 years now or something like that, and I became a moderator of the page, and I signed up for the mentorship thing. No one wants to know what I know so far, but we'll see what happens.
So, knowing that it was you that I'm doing an interview today, I did come prepared, and I think we should have a deal. Every time the word airsoft is mentioned, we each do you're drinking beer there. We each do a sip.
Well, I got a couple extras as well. I got this is part of the 2-4 I bought, and because living healthy and stuff, the Michelob Ultra.
Oh my
nice
god,
light beer, keeping it fit, and obviously a Guinness.
I'm not a drinker, so if I turn away and cough and try to catch my breath, that's why. It gets me by the grown odes there.
I find chasing a whiskey down with a beer helps.
I should have come more prepared.
Yeah.
I think I still have the same case of beer that I got at Christmas time, to tell you the truth. It's kind of sad, but...
I bought the case on Friday, and it's almost empty, so...
Holy fuck.
Well, got a little silly last night with life.
So you're from Nomad?
I am Nomad, yes.
Okay. So did you create the team, or what's your involvement with the team?
So, Mitch Murphy, Brad Ostrander, and I are the OG 3, if you want to call it that. So 4 years ago now, I was part of the team called Widowmakers, local to the Niagara region. And there was an event happening in Fort Erie, and I wanted to take part of it. It was a 5-on-5 capture the flag based tournament. No one on the team had any interest in it. They're like, nope, we like Milsims only. And I was like, fair. So I called up Mitch, and we're like, hey, let's sign up together. And we got Brad and a couple other people who've come and gone throughout that year. And we were like, well, what do we call ourselves? So at first, because my old team was the Widowmakers, I was like, you know what? Let's go with the Single Mother Makers. So it fit. So SMM is what we were called. And then we did that tournament twice that summer. It was really fun. And then it was like, all right, then I decided to leave Widowmakers through differences, and we decided to make Nomad from there.
Awesome.
And it was fun. We thought maybe making Nomad like an acronym for something, like what was it? Niagara, Ontario, Milsim Airsoft Division or something like that. Fuck. Okay.
Oh my god.
Sorry, do you allow us to run on this? I should have asked earlier.
No, that's cool. Like, when I first started Airsoft a few years
ago.
Oh, shit!
That beautiful sport.
So when I started the beautiful sport,
there you go.
I used to go to the events. You guys were the shit. Every event I went to, you guys were there. The spotlight was on Nomad. Like, you guys are the it team, right? Like,
okay.
I think what got you guys popular, if I am not correct here, is the keg.
It might have helped.
You got to elaborate on the keg.
So, the keggers started. We were. Have you ever heard of the college out in Exeter?
Yeah, where Risk is? Or was?
Was, yeah.
Yep.
So, I think the game was New Dawn or something like that. It was a few years ago. And we showed up, and we're like, let's make some friends. And we brought, each one of us brought a 2-4 of beer. And we start walking around, because, we get there, and we didn't realize, we didn't realize when we first started the amount of clicks that are kind of in the field.
For sure, yeah.
And being our first time as a team being at this event, we didn't know oh, that tan was actually parked here and green was parked here. We were on green and we were parked in the middle of tan camp. So we set up, not, just a bunch of dummies, get our stuff set up, start drinking beers. We're talking to everyone, like, everyone's wearing tan around here. Like, what's going on? And then the guy's like, oh, that's because green's over there. And we're like, oh, okay. So we grabbed our boxes of beer and we walked over and we saw a couple oldies having a fire or whatever in a circle. And I was like, sup, dude? He's like, oh, hey. I was like, you want a beer? You look thirsty. And he's like, sure. So passed him a beer. We start chatting. Next thing you know, it's the SGA Knights from Barrie Paintball area, I believe they're from. Okay. Look them up. It's a Google search. So yeah, SGA Knights, super friendly guys. So we were good friends with them for our first year of playing the sport. They became really good friends of ours. And after that event, we're like, man, Nightfall's coming up. Giving everyone beer was kind of like a cool way to break the ice and meet people. So let's just get a kegger. And at the time, we had a sponsorship with a local bar. They gave us a couple kegs. We went out, and that's kind of just how it started.
Now, OEO is trying to promote certain values, and I gotta make it straight that when you go to these events, we don't recommend getting sloshed, but having a good time. There's a difference between having a good time, right? So
the way we looked at it was like, we're all a bunch of young guys. We can handle ourselves drinking. If we drink all night and we kick ass during the Milsim, we're going to look really good. So they go, man, they got hammered until like 4 a.m., got up and played an 18-hour game and crushed it. That's impressive. If we sucked, they go, yeah, they were drinking all night. Like, they gave us a little buffer. But that's kind of like, that first kegger was what really gained our popularity, I feel.
Yep.
Where crushed a couple kegs, played a game, crushed it, really made ourselves known, and from there our popularity just kind of skyrocketed.
Do you think OEO will be able to help with the clicks, where if we can all communicate and have a place, the next meal sims that people go to, like, oh, I recognize you, and it will help out in that aspect?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good icebreaker too, especially when you see the cool patches that everyone gets and everything like that. Like,
I don't know how many times we said the name, so I think we need to take a quick break here. We've said it at least 3 or 4 times.
All right. This isn't much of a chugging beer. But I'm down to clown.
The Nomad style.
Exactly. Just got a cold breeze. But yeah, so that's kind of how the whole kegger thing happened. And unfortunately, with the past year, we weren't able to have the keggers and stuff with the whole COVID pandemic thing going on. But we definitely have a keg or two on a wait list. So
good stuff. And like,
hopefully this year.
You and I were talking about before the recording started is there are some plans to get more interaction with everybody. Mm-hmm. A couple of good things that aren't even airsoft related, but hopefully we can kind of let the community know when the time's right. There'll be some good matches in place.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to get together, hang out, have a 10-foot fire in someone's field. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's what I miss when it comes to the sport. The hanging out the night before, having some drinks, chatting around the fire, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of the little therapeutic.
Walking around with the nods on, right? Going through the buildings when there's no gameplay. I kind of like that.
Yeah, being able to put on someone else's nods for sure. I don't own my own. A couple of the guys
cheap version. Don't worry.
I got a killer flashlight.
Badass.
Yeah. I also got one of those child leashes. So I put the backpack on someone with nods. I just hold the leash and they lead me everywhere.
Awesome. I love it. Well, this will be my first year using a tracer unit. I'm excited to test that.
Nice. I plan on I gotta find a tracer unit for my AK that I got this year.
Awesome.
Apparently, you can get like a AK style suppressor
Yeah.
version of them. So hopefully, I can find one. Apparently, they're a little hard to get, but who knows? Maybe one will just stumble upon me.
So, wrapping things up here, what messages do you want to get out there, or may have to say to the community? Maybe
put
work
me on
with
the
someone
spot.
else and cutouts.
Some shout outs. Man, just put me on the spot there, bud.
I have awesome people that have been helping me out. Bacon being one of them.
Yeah.
Starting to get involved in the Blackline stuff, which is it's mind blowing how awesome it is. I don't know how involved you are, but
so I haven't had a chance to get crazy involved. I did the radio course, the 007.
Yeah, that was so cool, right?
Oh, we managed to get the 007 in there, so that was cool. Definitely worth the however many dollars he's posting on it. Every class, he's tweaked it, upgraded it.
Yeah.
We gave him our inputs, so it's already changed from there.
I think your group did it together as a group, right? Where the other courses
We did it as a team.
Anybody, yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, so all you have to do is message them and say, hey, I have a team of 8 people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We would like to do a course, and they'll set it up for you, no problem. You just have to converse when is a more convenient time for them and you. And
yeah, which was
just
all
go from
discussed in
there.
your last Nomad podcast.
Yeah, and super cool. So I would definitely, if you want to hear more about Blackline, I would check out the podcast for sure. Or just look up Blackline on Facebook. A bunch of cool guys there.
Wartooth has been a big help with everything too. Helping me figure things out, and he's pretty heavily involved with the Blackline too, right? So shout out to him.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, during these times, it's just it's kind of tough not to just go outside and play the sport. It's so bad.
Yeah, so for now, like we discussed, if anyone watching this wants to do an interview, if you own a small shop, very north side of Ontario, very east, southwest, we're here to help get you on there and promote businesses, or if you were trying to promote an airsoft team.
You're just throwing them out there now.
We're all here to work it together as a community. So
yeah,
that's kind of my spiel.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When I first started the sport, I had so many questions, and I find when I go on certain pages on Facebook, I go, "Hey, I'm new, this and this and that." There's just so much crap that gets thrown into the comments, and you're like, I don't even know. A simple
question has about 500 different answers. I get it.
Yeah. So
my biggest advice would be enjoy the sport first, right? If you have a shitty gun, who cares? Go out and play the game and have fun. You don't have to worry about spending all the money in your wallet first and having the best of the best gear. Just go out and enjoy it. You'll learn what you like and where to spend the money afterwards.
Exactly. And Ontario Airsoft Operators Group.
Right on.
There's so many people on that page right now that are signed up for the mentorship, like Greg, who's an amazing gun tech. So
yep.
You got something new off the shelf and so it's not working as well as you want, ask him questions. Mitch Murphy, great leadership. He's watched countless of videos on leadership. So that guy, he's a really good team leader, and I'm proud to say that I work right. I'm proud to say that I work side by side with him.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
Because in my mentorship resume, is it called that or whatever it is?
I'm not sure what it is.
I'm trying to say what it is that I do on the team and stuff, and it's being a supportive person that doesn't carry an LMG is also a valuable player in the squad.
For sure.
3 a.m. during a milsim, you go, hey man, how you doing? You doing good? Just keeping the morale up and everything like that. Make sure everyone has a can-do attitude. But yeah, and it's just shout out to the people like that.
And that's why I'm sending out those red patches to people like yourself. You might not be part of, our kind of smaller group that gets together every once in a while, but I'm trying to get those patches out to leaders. So if someone sees that patch on a field, you can go up and ask these questions. Hey, is this outfit going to work with tan? Is this outfit, you know what I mean? Ask those questions. And don't be scared, because we've all been there and done it. And there's, when we started out, we were almost timid to ask those questions, right? So we're trying to ask them.
You can't be afraid to ask questions. If you don't know who to talk to regarding whatever the question is you have, just ask me.
Simple.
I've made plenty of friends over the few years where it's like, I know a little bit about this, but I know someone who knows it better, and I can just point in the right direction. Just say I sent you or whatever, and just be a good community. That's kind of the message there, right?
Dickhead free community.
Yeah, quit being a cockhead.
You got it. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. Is there any last things you want to mention?
Maybe keep your eyes open for a 2 guys, 1 shower video regarding Mitch Murphy and I. Who knows? Once the shutdown is relaxed, we might get relaxed too. But no, I just want to say have a great day, guys, and
stay safe.
Stay safe and keep it humble.
Let's end it with Airsoft.
Airsoft. Oh no.